What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about another creepypasta. This one's going to be Laughing Jack, and if you haven't heard of Laughing Jack, then you're in for it, so let's get into it. Laughing Jack is a fictional character originating from the creepypasta genre of internet horror stories. He's portrayed as a malevolent supernatural entity with a disturbing clown-like appearance and history that blends whimsy with terror. Here's the origin story of Laughing Jack. Laughing Jack was created by a writer named Snuffbomb in a story that gained widespread popularity online. The original tale was first posted on the Creepypasta Wiki and follows the descent of an innocent and whimsical imaginary friend into a monstrous figure. In the story, Laughing Jack was initially a colorful, friendly, and joyful companion conjured to be the imaginary friend of a lonely child. However, over time, his appearance and nature became twisted. This transformation was driven by neglect and the growing malice of his human counterpart. By the end of his origin, Laughing Jack is no longer a friend, but a vengeful and sadistic being who torments and murders his victims. Laughing Jack wears a monochrome harlequin or clown-like outfit, often described as black and white striped with ruffles or buttons. He has a grotesque, pale face with an unnerving grin filled with sharp teeth. He has wild, black hair or dreadlocks that add to his chaotic look. His eyes are often described as either hollow black sockets or glowing inhuman eyes. Laughing Jack thrives on fear and chaos, often targeting children as his victims. He uses psychological torment before resorting to gruesome violence. He has no empathy or remorse, embodying pure malice. Despite his creepy clown-like theme, Laughing Jack does not exhibit humor. His name is a cruel irony. As a supernatural being, Laughing Jack is endowed with powers such as shape-shifting or appearing in different forms, creating illusions to manipulate his victims, supernatural strength, speed, and resilience. Laughing Jack gained a cult following through fan art, fan fiction, and YouTube narrations. He often associated with popular creepypasta characters like Slenderman or Jeff the Killer, though they have no official connection. I never believed in the stories about Laughing Jack. Just another internet boogeyman to scare kids, I thought. Last night changed everything. I was babysitting my neighbor's son, Danny, while his parents went out for the evening. Danny's always have been a quiet kid, a little odd, but nothing too concerning. Around 8 p.m., I tucked him into bed and I left the room. He whispered, "Don't let him out." I stopped. "Don't let who out?" I asked, but he just pulled the blanket over his head and didn't answer. I figured it was just some childish imagination, and I let it go. An hour later, I was downstairs watching TV when I heard a faint jiggling sound like tiny bells. At first, I thought it was coming from the show, but then it got louder, moving through the house. I muted the TV, and my stomach dropped when the jingling didn't stop. "Danny?" I called out. But there was no response. I grabbed a flashlight and went upstairs to check on him. His room was cold, colder than it should have been. I found him sitting on his bed staring at the closet. "Why are you out of bed?" I asked. He didn't look at me. He just pointed at the closet. "Danny, there's nothing there," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. But the moment I stepped closer to the door, the jingling started again, faint and mocking. I yanked the closet door open, expecting to see a pile of toys or maybe a mouse. Instead, there was nothing, just darkness. It didn't make sense. I knew the closet wasn't that deep. Then I heard it, a low, raspy chuckle that made my skin crawl. "Danny, did you put something in here?" I whispered, but when I turned back to look at him, his bed was empty. "Danny?" I called, my voice shaking now. The closet door slammed shut behind me and I spun around, fumbling with the handle. The jiggling grew louder, accompanied by the sounds of heavy, uneven breathing. "Who's there?" I yelled, but no one answered. Instead, a voice, deep and distorted, whispered from the shadows. "He's mine now." The door flew open, and I stumbled back into the room. Danny was gone. The bed, the walls, everything was smeared with dark, sticky streaks that reeked of copper. I ran out of the house, screaming for help. The police searched for hours, but there was no sign of Danny. This morning, I found a small, black and white striped doll sitting on my doorstep. Its grin stretched too wide, and its hollow eyes seemed to follow me as I picked it up. There was a note attached, written in childish scrawl. "He likes you, too." So that was the story of Laughing Jack. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's going to be more on the way, so don't worry. Thank you guys for the support on the last couple videos. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.